For 13 years, one man in China has been searching for his son who was kidnapped at the age of 2. He says back in 1997, a woman approached him as his son was playing out in the front yard. The woman tried to talk to him and pulled out a handkerchief and basically smothered his face with it. So it was probably covered in poison, obviously.
Chloroform or whatever it might be. Right.
Right. So, and then when he woke up, his son was gone. Mm-hmm. So he's dedicated years of his life to finding his son. And, you know, in the process of doing so, he hasn't found his son yet, but he has found 7 other missing children. Wow. And it's an incredible story because this is actually something that's widespread in China. Couples who are unable to have children are willing to buy children from this, you know, black market. Mm-hmm. Okay? And these are all kidnapped children that are missing. So, you know, this particular man believes, you know, my son is somewhere, he's alive, I just need to find him. And hopefully the fact that I'm getting media attention for this search will draw attention to me and he'll find me.
Okay. I can't tell you how much I love this guy. Okay?
Let me add one more detail to the story. He feels this extreme amount of guilt because his son was kidnapped. You know, I mean, how is he going to help it?
Right.
It's not like he did something neglectful. It's not like he left his son out in the streets and he was inside watching TV. He was out there with his son, and this woman comes and, you know, puts the handkerchief on his face, and when he wakes up, his son is gone. But he still feels this tremendous amount of guilt.
Right. No, and look, as a parent, man, somebody takes your kid. I mean, this guy's going to war, right? I mean, he's doing it for the rest of his life. And you know, first of all, the chance of finding him is exponentially increased. You know why? There's no match for human willpower. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, this guy's got willpower like you can't imagine. And maybe he never finds him, but you know what? He's right. The more media attention it gets, the better shot he's got. And in the meanwhile, he was doing a great service, not just for the 7 kids he's already found, which, I mean, if I was the parents, I couldn't do enough to thank him. I mean, you almost got to devote your life to thanking that guy for finding your kid, right?
And also, he's drawing attention to this problem that's happening in China that I didn't have any idea about, you know?
Right. And so, hence, he might be helping a great number of people by drawing attention to it, right? Mm-hmm. And then finally, for the people who buy the kids off the black market, what's your point? Like, I mean, what's your point in being a parent? Like, it's so... You know what I'm saying? It's
how do you live with yourself?
Yeah, how do you... I mean, first, it's a grotesquely evil thing to do, right? But second of all, there's some weird irony to it, like robbing somebody to give to charity. You know what I'm saying? Presumably, the reason you want to be a parent is to you know, give love to the kid and raise the kid, etc. Mm-hmm. But you stole the kid from his parents.
And, you know, let me clarify another thing. There are cases where the parents have no idea that these children were kidnapped as well, right? So it's a mixture of both. There are some kids who are kidnapped and, you know, parents adopt them without knowing that they were kidnapped. So,
right, and I bet you, and, you know, look, it's a little speculation, but, you know, a lot of people adopt from China here in the U.S. and they pay good money for that. Mm-hmm. And then so they'll say, oh, these poor orphan kids, you know, but in reality, they got them in other means. That's also stomach churning, right? I hope he gets every one of those sons of bitches who was doing that.